Hi guys. So I'm just going to tell you guys the top items that sold at the African American Community Day in my area. And I kind of used this recent craft show. Today is it's June 2023, and the reason why I kind of use this craft show as a barometer to try to figure out what I should concentrate on, because everyone says that you should niche down, you shouldn't have all these different things at your craft show. Well, I kind of went against that whole thought process because I had everything ranging from plants to jewelry to potpourri. I had a little bit of everything. Every single hobby that I do was on display at that craft show. And the reason for this is because I have a 9 to 5 for 9 months out of the year. And I don't have time to make a lot of stock. So I didn't want my area to look barren. So I just brought everything, all my plants, all the potpourri that I had, the jewelry that I stayed up late making all the way up until the day of the event. So I have my top 4 items that were a big hit. And the reason why I say I use this craft show as a barometer is because I tried to see what people were buying, like what were they more interested, what drew them to my table, and what ultimately ended up in a sale. And so I'm going to show you from least to greatest. There were some things that just didn't sell at all, so I didn't even put them there. But I won't even put them in this video. So the number 4 top thing that sold were these kente cloth flip-flops. Let me pull them out the bag so you can see. Now, as I said, I didn't have a lot of time to make these, and I had them only in large. One tip that I can give you is that, sorry for the camera, but this is what I'm working with. One tip that I could give you is that if you don't have every single size and you're making some type of embellished slipper or whatever have you that requires different sizes, one of the things you can do is have a little advertisement saying that you can custom make these things, or something that says, if you don't see your size, ask me. And so what I did, I made one sale for a medium, and you want to have your clients, pay up front. You don't want to go home, make something, and then the person change their mind. So I had the client pay up front. And so this was the number 4 thing that sold really well at the craft fair. I created a lot of interest and a lot of buzz over these. However, the issue is that they didn't want to pay the price. So I would have made more sales, but people didn't want to pay the price. It takes a lot of time and effort to make these, so I would not undersell these at all. So it is what it is. If they balked at the price, too bad, so sad, then I guess they'll be staying with me. And so they did stay with, a lot of them did stay with me, but I also sell these online. So, and people really, really like them online. And I charge the same price. Since there's no shipping, they get it a little bit cheaper. But, the people didn't want to pay for these. So all they are just flip-flops that are embellished with kente cloth. So, but like I said, it takes a lot of time for me to make these, so I'm not underselling them. All right, oops, I messed up my camera. Go back. All right, the number 3 thing that sold really well were the earrings. So these were very simple to make, as you can see. All they are they're simple to make, but they're not easy to find. All right, all they are is the African colors. I would say a lot of the African countries have these colors in their flag, and so that's all I did was put together these colors on a hoop earring. And so I sold them they were very inexpensive because they don't take me a lot of time to make, and the materials don't cost a lot. And so I sold them on the not that they're cheap, but I sold them on the cheaper end. And they are leatherback, and they are hyperallergenic, because that's the first thing people ask. Well, or they say, I have sensitive skin, or whatever. I said, I don't play that. Everything that I have is hyperallergenic, because I cannot wear earrings that are just, I don't know, those cheap earrings. And I don't know, when I put cheap earrings in my ears, I will always know that I can always tell whether they're cheap or not, because my ear hole will literally start to weep. I don't know, maybe it's not me, it's the cheap earrings that does that to me. So these sold really well because they were inexpensive, but also you don't often see these colors together. All right, so and you have to think about the demographics that you're selling to. Now, if I was at the Italian American festival, then I would have the colors would be different. It would be the colors of the Italian flag. So and also, guys, you can get ideas of, if you are crafty or whatever, you can maybe get some ideas from me. Just like I said, if you're at the Italian American, then maybe you're gonna do red, white, and green. All right, so then that's that. Then number 2 that sold really well, again, earrings. These take me a while to make, and they're cute. And again, they have the African flag colors. They're just a bigger hoop, and what they are is just 2 bows together, and it took me a lot of time. So I charged a pretty penny for this. And again, they're hyperallergenic, and people were willing to pay the extra for them, because you don't see these often. They're cute and they're different, and so people were willing to pay, and that paid off a lot. So they sold really well. And what did I say? Okay, I think my count is off. But these also sold well. These are kente cloth, just simply wrapped around the hoops. So they're just kente cloth wrapped around. These sold really well. I also had other this same material again with the flip-flops, and so people could have, if they weren't being cheap, they could have used this. They could have bought the flip-flops, and they could have bought the earrings to go with it to match. I also had head scarves that match with that. There was a man who came up and he said, oh, I like the material, and he said, I wanted a hat. Sometimes people come up to you and they just start talking. They have no intentions of buying whatever. I don't mind, but he said, oh, I would like that in a hat. And I said, well, I can custom make that for you. And it never happened, but I think he maybe just wanted to make conversation. But again, you can have yourself, it's as simple as having a notebook, piece of paper, or you can be fancy and have something print out, and you can have something to the side. If you're crafty with custom orders, you can say you can make a hat for the person, because he was saying he wanted a hat in this material. But you can also do that with other people, and if they're serious, you can make them pay you the. I don't want to deposit. I need to be paid in full because I don't know. I don't want my time to be wasted. So these sold well. So they were like in the top. You know, they were like number 2 as well. So between these two and between these and these earrings, those were my top selling earrings. They sold really well. But the very last thing, which is my top winner here, were the bracelets. So I sold a lot of bracelets, and again with the colors, the black, green, yellow, red, the colors that you see. And this was unisex, okay? Unisex. So both men and women like these bracelets, they don't they're not really feminine or they're not manly. They're just kind of in between. So, and they have the colors. So a lot of people bought these. Also different. This is just an example. It wasn't made at the time, but these are colors of what we call the diaspora. So this would be the Bahamian flag, with the blue, yellow, black, and also with the aromatherapy in there. So I'm selling them based on the rarity. These are not hard to make at all, but the fact that they are rare, like the colors, you're not going to find the colors and you're not going to find the aromatherapy bracelet all in one. So I'm selling these based on the rarity. But hands down, I sold so many bracelets, and mainly the ones that look like this. I sold so many bracelets. There's such a big market for bracelets for men, because you really don't see that too often. All the jewelry is mainly geared towards women, and men need jewelry too. And so, but I would say there was some men that bought jewelry, but it was mainly females. And y'all forgive my nails, okay? Just forgive me. But yeah, so it was a lot of females that bought, but there were also some men that bought as well. And then I had other bracelets that had nothing to do with anything. They were just, pretty. They had nothing to do with the diaspora or anything like that. So like jewelry like this, some people just thought, oh, this is pretty, it's different, whatever, blah, 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 and they bought it. Then I had kids that just liked colors. So things like this, like the bright colors. And they stuff like this. And they just sold really well, So either a kid would come up and be like, Mommy, I want to buy me this, and they would buy. And it was just great all around. Bracelets, who would have thought? Now, when I did my research, people said that earrings was the number one thing that sold. And I do think that that's true online. But at a craft fair, I think bracelets, hands down. So I'm going to be spending a lot of time making bracelets. But I will say that the price was on the cheaper side. So that also could have been the reason why people were opting for the bracelets, because they were on the cheaper side. But I had some earrings that were on the cheaper side as well. So definitely I will be putting more of my time into bracelets. And the thing about bracelets is you can just sit there and do that while you're watching TV, even though I don't watch TV too much. But you can just be watching a program or watching something on YouTube. That's generally what I watch most of the time, YouTube. trying to find out more different techniques for crafting and things like that. So you can sit there making a bracelet, and you can learn how to do bracelets from very basic like this is to very extravagant. I don't have a lot of patience, so mine are always going to be the basic stretchy bands, okay? Basic. If anyone wants to know where you can buy this, I will put a link I'll put a link in the description, so that if you would like to purchase some of this stuff, you can go online on my Amazon shop and purchase some of this. If you would like a tutorial on how to make some of this stuff, let me know in the comments, and I will do a video on how to make some of these things. Or this, actually, with the flip-flops, I learned from somebody else online, so I can even put that person's information in the comment section or the description. All right, so but like, sorry about that, guys. So but like the bows, that was self-taught. That was like a whole day of like, how can I do this? Because I don't want just one bow, because it won't look right, because then the back and this. But if you need a tutorial on this, I can show you how you can do that. And the possibilities are endless. You can do whatever fabric you want, or this is ribbon, whatever ribbon you want. The possibilities are endless. So just shoot me a comment and let me know if you would like me to do a tutorial on any of these things. But there you have it, the bracelets, one hand down. And I will definitely be making more. All right, so I'll see you guys on the next one.